Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Today's session we're going to be working our obliques, so yes, more core. So we'll be working the waist. We're going to be starting off lying down, then we're going to come up to tabletop, and then we'll come up to kneeling. So when you're ready, let's come all the way down onto your mat. You can start off with a few breaths. So your option is you can have the knees bent, feet flat on the floor. You can heel toe your feet a little bit wider apart and allow the knees to pull in together, so a little bit knock-kneed. Check in that the face is relaxed, that the shoulders and arms are relaxed. I've got my palms facing the ceiling. Just a few deep breaths here, just allow you to settle onto your mat and get you ready for your practice. Now if you find your thoughts, your mind drifting without judgment, just bring it back. Bring the mind, the awareness back to the breath, the air flowing in and out of the nose. Start our practice with equal breath. On your next inhale, you're going to inhale for the count of 3. And exhale for 3. Inhale for 3. And exhale for 3. Keeping the inhales and the exhales nice and smooth. No breath retention. Stay with the count of 3, or if you want to deepen the breath, inhale and exhale for 4. So just stay with me for the count of 3. Two more rounds. And if your eyes are closed, start to flutter them open. And then just bring the feet so they're hip width apart, feet flat on the floor. Check in that that lower back isn't overly arched or pushing down towards the floor, it's in neutral. Check in that the pelvis is in neutral, so the pelvis isn't tilting up or tilting down, and that the hips are level. Arms are relaxed down by your side, head and neck are relaxed. Gently draw the lower ribs in towards the center line to activate the core. Breathe wide and full here. And on your next inhale, activate the glutes and just float the hips off the floor, low bridge. Hips can be about an inch, half an inch off the floor. Holding it here, weight even for both feet. Knees are going in the direction of the toes, and check to make sure the knees aren't falling in or falling out. On your next exhale, slowly lower the hips back to the floor, neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, activate the core. Inhale, float the hips off the floor, low bridge. Bring your awareness to that pelvis, is it in neutral? Bring your awareness to the feet. Is the weight even in both feet? Are your glutes activated? And on your next inhale, keep the hips where they are, float the arms off the floor so the fingertips point up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, lower the arms only down towards the floor. Inhale, float the arms off the floor. Exhale, lower them down. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Checking in that the glutes are still activated and the core. 1 more, arm float. Slowly lower the arms all the way down to the floor. Slowly lower the hips down towards the floor. Just bring the head slightly off the floor. Place the hands behind the head and interlace the fingers. Pushing the head back onto the hands, elbows point up towards the ceiling, activate the core, curl ups. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, curling up vertebrae by vertebrae. The shoulder blades come off the floor, but don't worry if they don't. And as you inhale, slowly curl all the way back down. Exhale, curl up, core's activated, checking that you're not doming the belly as you curl up. Inhale, come all the way down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, slowly curl down. 4 more in your own time. Check in that you're breathing wide and full, and that core's staying activated, and that as you curl up that you're not doming that belly up. Down, up, down. And slowly curl down. Maybe just release the arms out towards the side. Just breathe here for a moment. Bring the elbows to point up towards the ceiling. Curl up with a rotation. Activate the core. Inhale, curl up. And as you exhale at the top, just come all the way around. Just a slight rotation, maybe half an inch. Slowly come back to center. Curl back down on an inhale. Exhale, curl all the way up. Rotate to the left. Slowly curl back to center. Come all the way back down. Curl up. Rotate. Right. Center. Inhale down. Exhale up. Rotate to the left. Center. And down. Curl up. Rotate right. Center. Curl down. Curl up. Rotate left. Center. Down. Curl up. Rest if you need to. Rotate to the right. Center. Down. Making sure you're not pulling on that head and neck. I'm rotating to the left. Center. Down. Last one each side. So curl up. Rotate right. Center. Down. Curl up. Rotate left. Center. And down. And then just gently hug that right knee in, hug that left knee in. Maybe stay still, or maybe have a gentle rock from side to side. And then very slowly curl over to whichever side feels comfortable for you. And then just slowly come all the way up to tabletop. And once you get to tabletop, check in your base. Shoulders are over the wrists, knees are underneath the hips. Lovely long spine, neck in line with the rest of the spine, pelvis is in neutral. Hip circles, so start with a small range of movements, circling those hips. And if it feels comfortable on your back and your hips, maybe make the movement a little bit bigger, maybe circling the shoulders over the wrists at the same time. And then maybe the hips can come down towards the heels, only if it feels comfortable. Work with your own breath pattern, your own range of movement. Keeping it nice and slow. Let's do one more. And then we'll meet back up at center. Change direction. Start with a small circle at the hips. Check in with the back and the hips. If it feels okay, maybe make those circles a little bit bigger. Maybe circling the shoulders over the wrists. And then maybe the hips can float back towards the heels if it feels comfortable. Let's do one more. And then slowly come all the way back to center. Check your base. Shoulders are over the wrists, spread the fingers, next in line with the rest of the spine. Pelvis in neutral, tuck in the toes, activate the core. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, hover the knees off the floor, maybe about an inch, half an inch, keep it there. Keep the core activated, and then slowly lower the knees back down towards the floor. I'm going to do that one more time. Tuck the toes, activate the core. Once we're hovering our knees off the floor, we're going to go back to our equal breath. So hover the knees off the floor, hold it there. Inhale for 3, exhale for 3. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Lower the knees down. Step the right foot in between the hands, coming into a kneeling lunge, kneeling crescent. And then from here, take a nice deep breath in, reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Just circle those wrists and then change direction. And on your next exhale, bend the elbows, come into goddess arms. Inhale, rotate round to the right. Inhale, slowly rotate round to the left. And as you exhale, right. Inhale, left. 2 more each side. The rotation's coming from the mid-back, your thoracic spine. And then slowly lengthen the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, soften forward. Let's meet back in tabletop. Checking your base, spreading the fingers wide, shoulders over the wrists, knees underneath the hips, tuck the toes, knee hover. Activate the core, hover the knees off the floor. Inhale for 3, exhale for 3. Inhale. Last inhale. Nice long exhale, lower the knees, step the left foot forward in between the hands, coming into your kneeling lunge or kneeling crescent. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, circle the wrists. Change direction. And as you exhale, soften the elbows, so come down to goddess arms. Exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Slow and controlled. Come around to the right. 2 more on each side. Keep it nice and slow. I think I've got 1 more. Back to center, reach the arms, fingertips up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, slowly come all the way back to tabletop. Check in your base. Take a nice deep breath in, tuck the toes, float the knees off the floor. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. So going back to that equal breath. If you need to rest, please bring the knees down to the floor. Slowly lower the knees down. Bring that right foot forward. Slowly come up to the knee lunge. Reach fingertips up towards the ceiling. Circle the wrists. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. And then just catch the hips with the hands if you need to. And then from here, you're just going to hinge forward. Come back to tabletop. 1 more knee hover, just for 1 inhale, 1 exhale. Slowly lower the knees to the floor. Extend that right leg out. Slowly walk the hands back. Keep the core activated. Lovely long spine. Slowly come up into gate. Now, if this feels uncomfortable, having the leg out like so, you can just bring that foot in a little bit. Bring the fingertips to the side of your head or come to goddess arms. And then side bend over to the left. So core's activated. Inhale. As you exhale, side bend for 1. Slowly come up. Side bend for 2. Slowly come up. Side bend for 3. Slowly up for 4. for 5, for 6, for 7, for 8, we've got 2 more, for 9, keep the core activated, for 10, slowly come up, release the arms. I've got my right hand on my right thigh, bring the left arm all the way up to the ceiling, nice long stretch, side bend over to the right, opening out the left side of your body, and then just release that left arm, activate the core, hinge forward, bring the hands to the mat, spread the fingers wide, check that the shoulders are over the wrists, coming into a modified side plank, so slide that right leg round, toes stay on the floor, and then slowly bring that right hand to the hip, keep looking down towards the mat, keep the core activated, checking that the shoulder is in line with the wrist, opening out, and then just relax that left ear down towards the left shoulder. You can slightly kickstand the left lower leg out and come up into your toes or the top of your feet if that feels more comfortable for you. Stay here, keep looking down towards the floor. You can extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. You can keep that right foot on the floor, or you have the option of floating it off the floor, holding it there. Keep drawing the ribs into the center line. Activate both glutes. If you need a rest or you need to drop down a little bit, just bring that right foot down to the floor. Keep the glutes activated, keep the core activated. Keep breathing wide and full. And on your next exhale, slowly bring the right hand down and then slowly meet up in tabletop. From here, tuck the toes. Knee hover for 1 inhale, 1 nice long exhale. Slowly lower the knees back down to the floor. Bring the left foot forward. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Circle the wrists. Change direction. And then slowly just come forward into tabletop. And then slowly bring that left leg out to the side or bend the knee, whichever feels comfortable for you. Activate the core, slowly walk the hands back towards that right knee, slowly come up. So remember to adjust that left knee if you need to. Activate the core. Fingertips can come to the side of your head or goddess arms. Side bend over to the right. So I'm drawing my lower ribs in towards my center line to keep my core activated. I'm inhaling up, exhaling, side bend. So that's 3. For 4, inhale up. For 5, halfway there. For 6, check that your glutes are activated as well as your core. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release the left arm down to the left thigh, and then reach the right fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Side bend over to the left, opening out the right side of the body, and then maybe just relax that left ear down towards the left shoulder. Inhale back up, activate the core, hip hinge forward, walk the hands out, hands flat on the floor, knees, shoulders are over the wrists, core's activated, slide that left leg back in, side plank onto the right, so your modified side plank, checking that that right shoulder's over the right wrist, adjust that right knee if you need to, you can kickstand that foot out. Check that you're drawing the lower ribs in, relax that right ear down towards the right shoulder. I'm just gazing down at the mat. And you have the option, activate the glutes, and you have the option now to float the left foot off the floor. Maybe the left fingertips are coming up towards the ceiling. And if you need to, just lower the left foot back down, or maybe catch the hips again with the left hand. Keep the glutes activated, keep the core activated, head and neck are nice and relaxed. Check that you're lifting up from the lower ribs. And then just lower that left foot down, allow the left hand to calm down, come all the way up to tabletop, tuck the toes. Let's come into a down dog, spreading the fingers wide, the weight's even between the hands and the feet, piking up the hips, head and neck are relaxed, and just soften those knees, hips are high. And on your next exhale, float the knees back down towards the floor, crossing the feet over at the ankles, and then slowly come into an easy cross-legged. Place the fingertips onto the mat, reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, side bend over to the left. Relax the left ear down towards the left shoulder, opening out the right side of the body. Inhale all the way back up, right fingertips towards the floor. Lengthen out the left arm. Nice long inhale to lengthen that spine. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Relax the right ear towards the right shoulder, opening out the left side of the body. And inhale all the way back up, closing the eyes, place the hands either on the knees or the feet. Check that the weight's even on both seat bones, lovely long spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Let's go back to our equal breath to finish our practice today. Inhaling for the count of 3, or maybe exhaling. No, inhaling for 3, exhaling for 3, or maybe inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4, whichever feels comfortable for you. And just check that the forehead is relaxed, the jaw is relaxed. And just allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. And then slowly bring the palms together and bring the hands through to heart center. Take a nice long inhale and sweep the arms out and up, fingertips point up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring the palms together and slowly lower the hands down through to heart center. Thank you very much for joining me for this practice today. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you find peace within. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And then slowly start to flutter your eyes open. Thank you very much for joining me today. You can subscribe to the Be Happy Yoga Company down below. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Thank you very much. Goodbye.